Hi there. Today I'm going to show you a healthy twist on the typical chicken broccoli casserole that's usually loaded with extra calories and fat. Well, this version is still creamy and delicious, but it's lower in fat, higher in fiber, and much more heart healthy. So let's get started on this creamy chicken broccoli casserole with whole wheat pasta. To start, I'm preheating the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Here, I have 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast that I've already cut up into 1-inch bite-sized pieces. Now, if you have leftover chicken from a whole chicken you may have cooked or a rotisserie chicken you might have bought, you could certainly use it in this recipe. You would just skip the cooking step. But my chicken here is raw, so obviously I'm going to cook it. I'll start by heating this large pan over high heat. And when it's hot, I'll just add my chicken. And I'll be stirring often as I don't want it to burn. I'm going to let it cook for 5 minutes. So my chicken has been cooking for about 5 minutes. And now I'm going to turn the heat down to low and add in the rest of my ingredients to the pan. First, I'm adding 3/4 teaspoon of a salt-free dried Italian spice blend, or I've also used dried thyme in this recipe too. Next, one 15¼ ounce can of no salt added or low sodium whole kernel corn, which I've drained and rinsed. Instead of canned corn, you could also use one 16-ounce bag of frozen corn that's been thawed. I always stock my freezer with my favorite frozen fruits and vegetables. Since they're frozen quickly as soon as they are ripe, they are a super healthy yet usually a less expensive option than fresh produce. And speaking of fresh produce, next I'm adding in one 16-ounce bag of frozen cut broccoli that's been thawed. And now for what makes this a creamy casserole. 2 specific ingredients. One 8-ounce tub of fat-free cream cheese, and 1 cup of plain non-fat yogurt. Now, I'm going to stir that all up and keep mixing until the cream cheese has melted. One thing to speed up this process is to take out the cream cheese from the refrigerator about 15 minutes before you start cooking, so it comes to room temperature and melts and mixes more easily. So now it is time to add our pasta. Here I have a pot of cooked, drained whole wheat pasta, which I cooked earlier. This is called fusilli, which as you can see is a spiral-shaped pasta. But you could use penne, rigatoni, or elbow macaroni, just about any shape. Just make sure it's whole wheat pasta because it has more fiber and nutrients compared to regular pasta. I used an entire 13¼ ounce box and just cooked it according to the package instructions, but without using any salt, butter, or oil. So I'm just going to add the pasta to my chicken and broccoli in the pan. And stir it well so everything is mixed together. Okay, that should do it. Now, if your pan isn't large enough, you could dump all of the ingredients into a big bowl to mix it together. So now I'm transferring it to this 13 by 9-inch baking dish, and I'm going to spread it out evenly. I'm going to cover this with aluminum foil, then put it in the oven for about 15 minutes or until everything is warmed through. And that's it. Talk about an easy, one-dish, heart-healthy meal that's bound to please the whole family. Thanks for watching.